Hello YouTube, another hot day, day 2 of the heat wave in the UK. Oh, it was a hot day yesterday, not too much fun. It's Tuesday, so as I say, day 2 of the heat wave. Now yesterday I managed to go on alright, wasn't too bad, but today it's supposed to be even hotter. But what I am jumping on today is going to be a part 2. We've already discussed about looking after ourselves. Another thing I forgot to mention yesterday was I don't know if it works or what, or it's a placebo, but I always try and at the end of the day get a couple of those isotonic Lucozade sports drinks in me. Apparently they're supposed to let the water get in quicker and do its job quicker. I don't know whether it's a placebo, who knows, but I don't get a headache at the end of the day, so that says to me I'm having enough fluids. That might be something that will work for you, or it might just be something that is just completely useless. Now what I'm on to talk to you about today is, as I said, we discussed how to look after yourself, but yesterday I noticed it, and it's something that we should probably pay a bit of heed to. Is the second most important part of your business is looking after your kit in this weather. Now I noticed yesterday, as I've said in videos, I use all cordless. I don't think petrol will have this problem, but it's been years since I've used it. I can't remember whether I've used it in this heat, but the cordless stuff, it wasn't working as good. You could tell it was struggling. It's like I was cutting conifer hedges yesterday, and very rooty, and you could tell it wasn't a reduction, it was just very, very thick growth. It was a very, very healthy conifer. It was very extremely thick growth, and it just, normally that would whiz through it no problem. And I tried all the different cordless edge cutting options I've got, and they were all struggling on it. And feeling the battery casing and the gearbox, they were extremely hot, as in the back of your palm, you couldn't put it on, they were that hot. And probably a couple of seconds of holding your palm on it, it was just too hot for that. So what I try and do is a couple of common sense things. Is I don't keep any of the batteries themselves in the cab, because that's where it gets the most heat. And I've done it before where I've left my phone on the dash and it overheats. And same with the batteries, they just don't like the heat, they don't work as efficient if they're hot. So try and keep them tucked into the recesses of the van, ideally touching the floor. I've now found with mine, the coolest part of my van is behind the bulkhead, and it's tucked right down, touching the floor, and stuff does stay quite cool there. So I do try and leave as much delicate stuff as I can. The batteries, I just tuck them down there, because I have noticed a drop in performance. Likewise, in between using tools, don't leave them out in the sun. I know it sounds a bit thingy, but I try and keep them in the shady area as best as I can, or just leave the back doors and tuck them into that. I also try and give the van a good airing out. If I'm on the front of someone's property and I can keep an eye on it, I will just prop the back doors open. The reason I do that when I can keep an eye is because there's some feeding shits around, and I've had it before where I've been ferrying tools to the back, and I've seen people looking in the back of the van, all very innocent, as they say, "Oh, you got some nice kit." Yeah, I have, mate. So keep going. But yeah, just look after your kit, spray the blades down as much as you can. with some spray grease. So I used Still, they've got like a hedge trimmer specific spray. It's supposed to dissolve the residues and all that. And I just used some like 3-in-1 spray oil or whatever, just to keep the blades lubricated. But as I said, it's hard on cordless gear this sort of weather. Well, it's hard on my stuff, whether there's another brand. I did use the Ego mower yesterday. That didn't have a problem. I know it's got an overheat function, so some LEDs will throw up if it gets too hot, and they didn't. It managed to carry on performing, not a problem. So just a few tips there for you. Look after your kit, and again, look after yourself, guys. Have a good day now. Keep on gardening, guys.